The Newsline.
Hello and welcome back to People's TV. In today's video, we will be reviewing a remarkable development that followed the Israel-Iran conflict that lasted 12 days. A word of warning though, what we uncover today might seem impossible to believe. Following the conflict, which resulted in the destruction of several nuclear weapons production facilities, many documentaries were produced, and analytical reports were published by various media outlets. For instance, we at People's TV also discussed the passive stance taken by Russia, Iran's closest ally, during its confrontation with Israel. The story we are exploring today stands apart from everything else reported so far. It centers around a statement made by a highly influential pro-Iranian figure. This individual is none other than Abdollah Ganji, the former editor of Javan, a newspaper linked to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. Ganji, who boasts a following of 150,000 on X, made an astonishing claim in a public post. He alleged that a supernatural force was involved in the 12-day Israeli offensive against Iran. This is not a claim we can easily dismiss. It wasn't made by an anonymous source or random online user. It came from a figure of national significance, published openly on a verified social media account. Given Ganji's position and platform, it is clear he believes this claim to be serious and credible. According to Ganji, the state of Israel tapped into occult powers, summoning supernatural forces to assist in the assault on Iranian targets. He went on to say that, after the attacks, talismans were discovered on the streets of Iran. These items reportedly contain pieces of paper marked with Jewish symbols. Ganji further claimed that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had consulted powerful occult practitioners prior to launching the strikes on Iran's nuclear site. A few years ago, Iran's supreme leader made similar accusations against the Israeli government. In a mocking response to Ganji's recent post, Israel's Mossad replied on X, stating, "Using illicit drugs and dealing with spirits is inappropriate for a state leader." In other words, if we read between the lines, Mossad's message to Iran might well have been, "What are you smoking?" This contrast reveals a deeper truth. While Iran's leadership may entertain the possibility of supernatural influence, Israel's strength lies in its reliance on intelligence, technology, and science. The reactions we are seeing reflect just how deeply shaken the Iranian regime is in the aftermath of Israel's precise and devastating offensive. Iran's leadership appears to be suggesting that no ordinary humans could have executed such a mission. As we pointed out in a previous video, Israel eliminated Iran's top frontline commanders in a highly secured zone within just 10 minutes of launching the operation. Iran still seems unable to comprehend how this was possible, leading some within its leadership to speculate that superhumans or mystical powers may have been involved. Regardless of these supernatural claims, there is something deeply mysterious about the resilience of the Jewish people. Certain Jewish religious texts suggest that their survival and restoration as a nation are not accidents of history, but fulfillments of ancient prophecies. A friend of mine, well-versed in Jewish history, once told me that there seems to be a mysterious force that keeps Israel standing, even when the world rises against it. History records that during the Roman Empire, the Jewish people were scattered across the globe. For more than 2,000 years, they lived without a leader, a constitution, a parliament, a national anthem, or even their own language. Remarkably, their sacred texts predicted this exile and also foretold their eventual return. These scriptures speak of a time when their God would gather them from the four corners of the earth and restore them to the land he promised them. They also predict that surrounding nations will attempt to destroy them, yet those efforts will ultimately fail. If this report helped you see the situation on the ground clearly, don't keep it to yourself. Like, share, and subscribe to People's TV, where truth has no agenda, and facts speak louder than spin.
Subscribe us for more details.